With jump ship, I really want to talk about the Panthers right now because I know a lot of teams gave y'all. I mean, not a lot of like websites gave y'all. I think like a more of a B. NFL gave y'all B minus. I like what y'all did. I really like what y'all did. You know what I'm saying? The steal for me, Trevor Etienne in the backfield, complimenting complimenting Bryce Young, a quarterback. I went and got Tet. Obviously, we were talking about Tet before the draft. You know what I'm saying? But y'all went and got him. I say, hey, number 8, he's available, 6'4" frame. He could be our guy for Bryce. We went and got him. I love the fact that y'all got like 2 edge. Nick Scorton from Texas. Love him. Very, very quick guy. Very versatile guy. And Princely from Mississippi. Saw a lot of him last year too. He's a big little physical guy. I really just like what y'all did. Y'all went and got a lot of balance in the draft, man, and that can really help y'all out. Jimmy Horn could be a good addition as well in that wide receiver room, bro. I really like what y'all did in the draft this year, bro. I don't know how you feel about it. Obviously, you the man with the cap. You know more than me, but me personally, a team that's at the crib, I really like what they're doing. I really like what they got.
I'll say this. So the Ted McMillan pick, that was one that caused a lot of strife within our fan base because a lot of us wanted to go defense. I was one of those guys that wanted to go defense first. I thought my mindset was go get whoever is the elite guy on the edge and put him in the room immediately and let's fix his defense, not knowing how the draft will shake out. And that's why, the NFL draft is such a it's a very unique process because you really don't know how things are going to fall, how the board may land. Getting Ted McMillan helps our offense immediately, and I like the immediate impact I think Ted McMillan will have throughout this entire process. The one thing I never doubted was that Ted McMillan wouldn't be a good player of some sort. I just didn't know whether he was the guy that everybody else had hyped him had touted him to be. Now, if he's anything like everybody's touted him to be, adding him alongside Adam Thielen, Xavier Legette, Jalen Coker, a group that got better as the year went along, and at the end of the season, you saw them have a strong push, which even led to Bryce Young even getting a longer leash and being considered the guy moving forward for us at quarterback. Then if Ted McMillan adds to that, and you talk about what he adds, you talk about a guy that has the deep ball ability, has the jump ball ability. So the red zone portion of the field is where he thrives at the most. You talk about even his gameplay speed. Now, does he run the fastest 40? No, but he plays at a faster pace than what his 40 would indicate. So to me, truly, 40 speed be damned. How do you play when you're actually on the field, when the pads are on, when the lights are on? I think Ted McMillan does add a lot to our offense in that realm and with those capabilities. And you talk about getting Nick Scorton, you talk about getting Princely. Didn't think we would be able to add guys who were at certain points in time in this process considered top 10 at their position throughout this process. Obviously rankings change as we go through it, but for guys that I've heard that I heard a lot of throughout the process for both of those guys to be there and to me completely flip over an edge room and a defensive line room that was the worst in the league in this past season. I'm very happy. I'm very happy with that as well. Getting Trevor Etienne adds adds so much needed depth to a room right now that needs it. Obviously, Brooks from last year going down did hurt us dearly because we were expecting him to be a guy to play alongside Chuba Hubbard. But having ETN in the backfield does provide some depth. He does help us in the return game as well. So that there's value there in that fourth round pick. Cam Jackson from Florida. Adding that big run stopping presence in the interior of our defense, adding him alongside Ashawn Robinson and Derek Brown, of course, Derek Brown being the stalwart of our defensive line room. That I like that as well. Mitchell Evans from Notre Dame, big fan of that pick, especially in the fifth round. Notre Dame tight ends, look, I'm always a fan. I'm always a fan. I'm a fan of tight ends, big white tight ends from the north. Give me more of those. I'm telling you, right? Hey, I ain't gonna hide it. I ain't gonna hide it, big dog. That's what I like. That's what I need in my tight end room. Mitchell Evans is a guy that can help us as well, though. That and even add Jimmy Horn in the sixth round. I'm very happy, very pleased that I think we got contributors in every which way sort of fashion. Like I think in the punt return game, Jimmy Horn is gonna add something. If he does get a chance to play receiver, I think he adds something to that room that we haven't had, which is speed and separation. Again, for the Carolina Panthers, to Dan Morgan, kudos. Tip my hat to you. You know what I'm saying? I think the boy did their thing. I think the boy did their big one. Definitely shows me a lot of what happened in the previous years wasn't on Dan Morgan. He made a concerted effort to make sure this team got better on the defensive side of the ball, much like he did with the offense last year with the offensive line. The free agent signings that he made, the draft picks that he made, and the overall draft that he was able to have, it points us in the right direction, dog. I mean, I feel very good about this team. Feel very good. I'm not saying we're gonna win the division. I'm not saying we're gonna be a playoff team. I'm saying we can compete, and that's all I can ask for. Just be able to compete.
Hey man, listen, I'm with it. And all you got to do is take the next step. I feel like for the both of us, in the situation that we in, both of our teams respectively, we're taking the right necessary steps, and that's all you can ask for as a fan. That's all you can ask for, and all we ask of y'all is just to go, not even just on the field on the regular season, just doing training camp. Go in, compete, show your worth, and just give us an idea on what could be. You know what I'm saying? That's all we ask
Bro,
for. I do like Etienne for y'all, though. I really do. I don't know. It's just something
I do
about them
too.
brothers, man. Them boys, they nice. They nice with it, man. They nice with
I think he's gonna add some value, man. Like I said, I'm excited to see where he'll fit in. But another team that I like too before we move off the draft, another team that I like, Atlanta. I like what Atlanta did. Maybe didn't love trading next year's first to get James Pierce. Maybe didn't love that as much, but getting Jalen Walker, getting James Pierce, getting Billy Bowman, getting Xavier Watts, they were very intent on making their defense better. And I can say likely the reason for that is Bryce Young putting 44 on their ass. You know what I'm saying? To end the season. Yeah,
it. Go, bro.
yeah.
You had to
I
bring
ain't,
that
I ain't
mug
forget.
up.
I ain't
Listen,
forget about
listen,
you.
bro.
Yeah,
But
I know about
leave it. Look, leave it to a division rival to give them their props and then throw shade at the end.
you.
Like that's crazy, bro. That's
Hey
crazy.
man, I can't. I don't know. I don't know any other way. I don't know any other way to do it other than that way. But moving along to some basketball, before we end off here, NBA playoffs, man. NBA playoff update. Let's
Mm.
go through every series. Let's give our thoughts and how these series are going right now. I mean, shoot. Let me pull it up. Grizzly Thunder 4-0 sweep. Any surprises there? I know I'm not.
Listen, bro. Somebody said they knew the Grizzlies gonna get swept when Shea saw Ja disrespect them on the sideline. Yo, listen. Um, hey, shout out, Memphis. Um, Ja was actually he wasn't healthy a good majority of the time, but we knew Oklahoma City was the better team going into it. You know what I'm saying? So, uh, for me, man, it was it expected? No, I thought they was going to win at least one game, but hey, a sweep. It is what it is. You know, have at it.